Hi Kshitij, how are you?
Hi, Shaurya. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good as well. So, congrats on a good score, 730.
Yeah,
Happy
thank
with
you very
it?
much. Huh? Yeah, I'm very happy, I guess.
It should put you in good stead for most colleges going forward.
Yeah, it's like above most of the colleges that I plan to apply to, so it's higher than the class average. So, yeah, I guess it should be somewhat of an advantage in the application.
Kshitij, could you just introduce yourself to us?
Okay, so yeah, I'm Kshitij. I hail from Jaipur. I'm currently pursuing my BCom honors at Shri Ram College. I'm in the third year right now. So in the future, I plan to start up my own venture. So for that particular reason, I give the GMAT and everything. So currently, I'm preparing for my master's applications outside. I'm planning for the MIM courses in Europe mainly, and then to take an entrepreneurship specialization in my second year during the masters. In the college, as well, the societies and the kind of activities I did. So whether they may be B plan competitions or internships at like incubators or like working at my own father's business. I come from a business background. So yeah, so all the things have been pretty much directed towards it, and I guess GMAT was also one of those stepping stones for achieving the next thing in this journey of mine.
Makes sense. So, the main intention behind pursuing a B school and having given GMAT is for someday for you to be able to start your own business, right?
Yeah, so basically the main reason as such for like going for a GMAT and not maybe a CAT for, so like most of the students in my college actually pursue CAT and like want to go to the IMs. For me, it was basically I wanted some international exposure and like working in international team settings and interacting with different people, because the venture I plan to start on has, so the fields I'm interested in right now are mainly deep tech and like innovation and sustainability. So Europe has been a major startup hub for like startups of these kind, and also it would provide me with great international exposure. So it would help me build a business or a venture in an international setting much better than an only Indian college or an India centric I guess college would help me. So yeah, so the GMAT I gave for that particular reason only.
That sounds great.
Hmm.
So, a bit about your GMAT preparation. How was your experience giving GMAT?
Yeah, so regarding the experience, so I actually gave the GMAT thrice. The first one was a GMAT online attempt, and it actually got disconnected in between, so it was not counted as a successful attempt. The second time I gave it on July 20, no, I guess, yeah, August 23rd. That was somewhat of a lukewarm experience because I somewhat messed up my preparation towards the end, so I got a 680 in that. But then soon after, I gave my final GMAT attempt within a week on September 3rd, roughly, yeah, September 3rd. And in that, I got the 730. So, yeah, it has been somewhat of a roller coaster of a journey. But yeah, I always knew somewhere that 710, 720 was something that I could achieve, I guess. And for those particular things, I guess I did the coach, like I joined Jamboree as well too, because I knew that I had the potential, but I needed some sort of some skill sets and some tips and tricks to actually get to my target. So yeah, I finally managed to achieve it, so I'm happy about it. But yeah, it was somewhat of a long and an arduous journey, I would say. Hmm.
I can completely understand.
Hmm.
Uh, Kshitij, how was your experience with Jamboree? You chose Jamboree, which was
Yeah.
great. How was your experience with us?
So actually, so I guess two of my friends in college were, so there was a center very nearby to our college in Hudson Lane, in the North Campus area only. So two of my friends were already pursuing their Jamboree preparation, so like GMAT preparation from Jamboree. So they actually suggested me, and there was one particular reason I would say was in that particular center, the verbal faculty, which was Mega Ma'am at that time. So like both of my friends were very impressed with the way she taught them at that point. But yeah, so basically her approach was to actually like not get into the very technical terms of the grammars and like not into very technical English when teaching, but only for like focusing on the the basics that are actually required for doing a particular question, because GMAT doesn't require you to get into technical grammar, but it actually tests your logic. And that was something that I found was going to be very helpful for me, because I was somewhat good in English, like especially the written English part. But then I never actually had a grasp on the technical aspect of it, like what exactly is a um, so I'm not able to come up with an example, but yeah, the technical terms of English, I wasn't so good with them. So yeah, so that actually was one of my major considerations for joining the Hudson Center, for mainly for Mega Ma'am. But then again, the quant faculty was very great as well. I was so obviously when you come to SRCC, you do have a strong background in quants, because it is quants and like mathematics, because it is somewhat required to get a high percentage in 12th. But the school mentality is something which is somewhat disadvantageous when taking an exam like GMAT. So you actually tend to stick a lot to solving the questions. You spend a lot of time, but in GMAT they sometimes intentionally give you hard questions in order to test how would you actually look, like logically approach a problem and present it with an unprecedented like difficulty level, with a problem of an unprecedented difficulty. So the school mindset actually hampers that, and you end up spending a lot of time. So the quant faculty actually helped a lot with that, and I was able to finally get the quant timing under control. So yeah, I guess the experience was quite good. But then again, I think when talking about GMAT, I guess it's more of a, I guess, an exploring journey about yourself, the sections that you are weak in. So the material, the official guides and everything. So that is something that everybody does. But I guess the people who score high, what they do differently is they are able to pinpoint the things that they absolutely know that they don't want to attempt, or they want to skip it, or like they don't want to spend much time on, and the topics that they know that they can really improve during their preparation. So it's very important to analyze whatever you are doing. It's very easy to give 10 marks, but the major part is basic. So maybe it's better for a person to give 3 marks, but to analyze them very correctly and to use them to prepare accordingly, rather than giving 10 marks back to back and learning nothing out of them. So the analysis part and the exploring part regarding your strengths and weakness plays a great role, I guess, in the preparation. Hmm.
And what was the experience with Jamboree study material? Did you find it useful?
Yeah, so definitely, I would say the official guides and the material from the GMC, those are good, but those are somewhat of a on a basic level. I would say most of the questions are, when talking in terms of GMAT, I would say maybe a 600, 650 level questions. Most of them are like that. But when you need to actually get on 750 levels, so the questions are very unconventional, and you need to know a lot of tricks to actually solve them. And to know the tricks, you need to encounter some sort of a similar question before in your preparation. So the Jamboree material, especially, I would say the portal, the topic wise exercises or the mixed bags or the sectional tests which were given on the portal. So they actually help you a lot. They might not help you a lot with the timing, but then they help you with encountering different kinds of questions and how to develop tricks in order to solve them. So that actually helps you in the long run. So yeah, the material was quite good, I would say.
Brilliant. So thank you, Kshitij. I am sure this will be immensely useful. And all the best. I'm sure in the near future we'll hear about you having started a good business in deep tech and sustainability.
Yeah,
So
I hope so.
all the
Yeah.
best going forward.
Mm.
Great job done. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you
us.
very much. Yeah.